Radar. The time.
Let me say a hearty good morning to one and all. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another edition of To The Point for today. It's Wednesday, the 16th day of November, 2022. Welcome. Let's say good morning to listeners via K105.5, K105.9. Good morning to you. Our listeners, once again, in the Sister Isles of Carriacou and Petit Martinique, welcome to you also. Hope all is well with you. Let's say good morning to the viewers. Yeah, those of you viewing via GBN TV, Channel 7, Channel 11, or Channels 20, welcome. Those of you via social media platform, Facebook, welcome also. Those of you viewing via our YouTube channel, welcome. It's To The Point for today, Wednesday. It's an open-lined edition today, which means viewers and listeners, you have the option of calling in and stating your views, your concern, and I will give you that listen here as always. There's something on your mind that you want to let off, and you certainly have that option to do that. As I will beg of you, as always, keep your comments short, yes, and to the point, and let's move on. So it's an open line. The number you can call, 435-2041, 435-2041. You also have the option of using our WhatsApp via the same number, 435-2041, or the comment section of Facebook. You can also use that to make your comment on and once it's of a relevant nature, I will certainly throw it out also. So let's go to the phone line, take our very first caller for this morning. Let's see what this caller has to say. Good morning to you, caller. Welcome. How are you?
Good morning, JT. I'm good, and how are you?
I am doing 100%.
JT, I'm so sorry that my name is not on the pension list.
You're sorry?
Yes.
Well, why is that?
Because I know how to get my name is not on the list. I would have taken you out when I buy your car. Don't tell Uncle Joe that,
No, I won't.
Right.
I won't.
Well, I'm very, very happy for all the people, all the pensioners, the workers, people who worked very hard and went home without a pension. And most of the people are in poverty. And the Honorable Dick Mitchell made that promise. And in my understanding, according to the television, that 300 some persons got monies yesterday, and it's big money too, 40-something million, a lot of money.
Yes.
I only hope that these persons, if they use the head.
Use it wisely.
Yes, and if they have bills to pay, or they have children education-wise, it's very important education. That's the only way out of poverty. But I want to say, yesterday I couldn't ask Mr. Joseph. I finished listening to Mr. Joseph, and I felt bad for him. Because we all know that this fortnight work he's talking about Christmas time was a campaign money. We are aware of that. And also, if you recall, earlier in the year, I called on the radio and asked for the $200 to go up. And they said, the Prime Minister asked, where are we going to get this money from? But because of the campaign, he pushed it up to $450. We are aware of that. Now, we are aware of all those campaigning strategies. It's just that it didn't work this time. But I have one last advice for Mr. Joseph. Mr. Joseph, the people from St. David's, they had trusted in you. You met them in poverty. You promised them, and you leave them in poverty. It's not too late. You know who they are. You know their needs. Go around and help them. Remember, they caused you to get a big wage for 5, 10, 15 years. And you getting a big pension because of them. Some help them with bathroom or needy things. Please do that. And relax. Forget about politics. Throw in the towel and have a blessed one.
You have a great day yourself.
Thank you.
All right. 435-2041, 435-2041. And the caller is certainly right. As of yesterday, folks have started receiving their pension, and it actually came out earlier than government initially. The date that they initially said the end of November, but it actually earlier than initially stated before. Let's go back to the phone line and entertain another caller. Caller, good morning, welcome.
Yeah, good. Good morning, GT.
How you doing this morning, sir? I wonder why you seem to have a smile on your face while you're speaking this morning. Why?
Why I laugh?
Yeah.
No, the first caller that tell the former parliamentarian that he should take a back seat, he should cool out and things. This is exactly how I'm feeling, but I don't really talk these things on the radio, you know.
All right.
I mean, to me, he sounded very brazen yesterday, and I mean, I think he should be ashamed and keep himself, as the lady said, quiet. That's why I was laughing at.
Okay.
In my own mind.
Right.
Anyway. And then to deal with something here related to, we had to stop misguiding the people. The earlier reference to the man as the NMP representative for St. David. No. You could say the former NMP minister. That's not a problem. You can say, well, the defeated NMP candidate. But when you say representative, you're confusing people's mind, and that came on your radio station this morning. So that we need to be, cognizant, because not everybody has the same level of understanding. After election in 2008, there were people who were calling a certain radio station and say, my minister, my representative, even though the person was not in office. So we need to get people straight. Once after election, there's one representative.
Yes. So
whether it's on the one side or the other, we have to respect that.
All right.
And get that clear. We need to clear those things. But my substantive contribution has to do with the social condition or the state of violence that we have seen in recent time. You may recall I've said in the past, and I think you questioned me on that we are creating the environment for Labantil and Mova. And I'm not saying that is happening from now. I mean, for the last 20 or odd years, we've been creating the condition where we are encouraging people to want to get things without working. Whether it's the bushing or whether the money and that kind of thing. And so people, I'm not saying that the money or the bushing people, the general ethos is where you get things cheap and for nothing at all. And that is also being encouraged by the fact that we have had the disappearance of a sense of community and then the irresponsibility by most of us. By and large, we know who are those folks who are doing this stuff. They are part of us. They are our relatives. They are our children. So when those things happen, we shouldn't really behave like if they are aliens and so on. And also, the names, we give it, bandit, criminals and that kind of thing. We are sort of deflating the responsibility on the individual and the collective to really ensure that we have a peaceful and safe society.
Yeah.
Now they are attacking.
Can I ask you that, caller? What's your thinking or the reason behind the wave of violence we've seen lately?
But it's another thing, as one caller said, people looking at the TV, at the media, social media, they're seeing how to raid, and I think part of it, and another woman said this morning.
So you just crumbled it off to bad influences.
Yeah, that's part of it, but it's the values. Even the scripture, I didn't want to go there, says, train up a child in the way it should, and then when it grows up, it won't depart from that. We have had a hypocritical society where we see, in fact, after Hurricane Ivan, a Pentecostal preacher, whose name I will not call right now, says that the Grenadians are a bunch of, we are a nation of thieves because we went and looked, even before the hurricane even started. So we have to be honest. We are not the honest people. If we get a chance, we thief from one another, whether we are farmers or whatever. We need to understand what we do to one.
Certainly understand you, caller. Understand you a whole lot. And
so I think we need to really become radically honest and face a reality that we have not been accountable, we have not been honest. So it's coming back to us. And finally, GT, I know I've overextend my time. It's in the business sector now. Sooner or later, it will come to the homes if we don't do something about that.
All right.
Let us go quickly to re-establish a sense of community. Thanks.
Thank you for your contribution this morning. 435-2041. And the call is right. What is that the values of individual have just deteriorated to that all-time low that they think that's the best thing to do right now? Is it unemployment? What's the real reason? Maybe folks want to talk about that this morning. What they think are the reason for the level of violence and crime that we see taking place in the last couple of weeks. And it's just every other day we're hearing of something happening. And It's getting to a point where it's becoming a bit worrisome, I would say. Let's take another caller. Caller, good morning. How are you?
I'm very well, Mr. Telesford. Good morning. How are you doing?
I am doing 100% this morning. I'm doing very well.
Right. Mr. Telesford, on Monday night, I listened to the program Beyond the Headlines. It was very interesting.
Yes.
And I sat there and I listened carefully. And all the mishaps and all the wrong things that took place during the last administration is being looked into. And it is being investigated by the Integrity Commission. That's what I heard on the radio. If that be the case, and they come up with the findings, whatever it be, and the finding is being put to the DPP for further work to do on it, I hope the DPP doesn't give us a Donald Trump. I mean, by flushing it down in the toilet. I don't need the information. I don't mean toilet per se, but I hope we get justice for what was done to Grenada and the Grenadian people and the finances. And another thing, very quickly, I hope Oliver Joseph find time to find some respect for himself. He too big to lie. He too old to lie. Oliver Joseph, stop that and be a man. Have a good day, Mr. Telesford.
Thank you also, caller. Have a great day. 445-2041. 445-2041. It's to the point. Open line edition today. You have the option of calling in and sharing your views and concern on today's program. We're moving down to 15 minutes after the hour. Let's take our first break. And in the segment, folks, when we do come back, we entertain more of your phone calls. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily Pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play Pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money day.
All the Christmas classics are on Yuletide Sundays from November 13th to December 18th, 2022, 5 to 7 p.m. on Classic Radio and GBN Television with Godfrey Augustine and Janelle McDonald. Made possible by Clear Vision Eye Center and Gittins Healthcare. Meet Dexter Johnson, PhD Aerospace Engineer and Financial Services Executive on Interest in Grenadians. This Wednesday, November 16th at 8 p.m. on GBN TV and social media platforms. Season 2 of Interest in Grenadians is brought to you through the kind compliments of ACB Grenada Bank, Simply Smarter Banking, ECOT Grenada. We deliver all your daily needs. Gittins Pharmacare, the pharmacy that cares. And Hideaway Waterfront Apartments in Grand Anse for you to relax and enjoy time away from the buzz. Dr. Dexter Johnson on Interest in Grenadians this Wednesday at 8 p.m. on GBN.
Welcome back to all our listeners and viewers this morning. It's to the point. Today, Wednesday, the 16th of November. It's an open line edition for To the Point for today. Let's go back to the phone line. I guess we lost that caller there. I guess that caller was a little bit impatient. 435-2041. That's a number to be part of To the Point for today. If you have something that you would like to get off your chest, something that you make a point, yeah, you certainly have that option of doing so. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning. Welcome. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
I want to deal with Mr. Joseph this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Joseph, you spoke about the high cost of living. Now, during your tenure, the 28 taxes you have there, and there are other hidden taxes that people are not seeing. Like when you're going to get married, the marriage license was moved from $10 to $50. There are also hidden taxes. Now, none of these taxes were removed, or some of them weren't removed to assist with the high cost of living, Mr. Joseph. There was a clamor for reducing the VAT from 15% to 7%. Nothing was done about that. Mr. Joseph, please keep yourself quiet. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller, for your contribution this morning. 435-2041, 435. Don't forget, those of you via the Facebook comment section, I will be coming to you shortly, reading some of your comments there. Also, WhatsApp. If there's anyone need to make a comment, you can also do that via the comment section of the WhatsApp also. And let's take another call. Caller, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yes, I have a big problem on my hand with some driver, owner of, I don't remember the number right now, of the car, but he bounced my car, my bus really, and then he didn't have any insurance. No insurance, and therefore he was able to drive off the car freely. Anyhow, we went to court, and he was found guilty into the court, right? He was not the owner of the car. In other words, the driver was not the owner of the car. It was a rented car.
Yes.
I knew the owner very well, the mother, grandfather, grandmother. His mother is a principal of a school, right? I went to them because I tried to ease them up because my insurance did pay part of it. And up to now, they owe me approximately $5,000. My excess and loss of use, and up to now, I have not received 1 cent from them. So I want the police to make sure that they check all drivers, mostly, especially at night time, because some of these guys drive without insurance, and they get themselves into certain situations, which the one who had all the losses then get nothing. So up to now, I don't know what I will do, but the owner know who they are, right? There is a big principal of a school. I wouldn't call nobody name right now, but they know who they are way up from Snell Hall. They owe me some $5,000, right? Because no insurance, I lost my loss of use and excess, which was about $3,000, and then the loss of use, it's come up to about $2,000 something. And I try to be sympathetic with them, and they never pay. So all that is a set of big, I don't want to go too far in that. But anyhow.
All right, caller.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. Hope your problem get resolved sooner or later. 435-2041. 435-2041. We're going back to the phone line. Caller, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, bro.
Good morning to you.
I didn't hear the program yesterday with Oliver, but I do believe he's a Grenadian and he's a well-educated individual. So I guess what he said is mod. If he's correct or whatever, I don't hear it, so I don't know if I can say, but I think he's educated enough to make a good contribution. Bro, I'm just sitting back. With my conversation with a long-time manager working in agriculture, he said to me that Grenada would never compete with short crops because our land terrain is too difficult to work and our soil is too tough to work. So our farmers cannot compete because we don't have the right tools, and we can't really have tools because the land is hill valley, stone, whatever. So he said we should plant more fruit trees. We might do better in that. So we could export and whatever. But with my little thing, can I go back and I do my research and I come up with hydroponics.
Yes.
And when I look at that thing with hydroponics, I realize that our farmers can really benefit from that. Guess what? Hydroponics, right? You ain't got to use much water. You ain't got to use much chemical. You use about the same water over and over for about 2 years. You ain't got to pay for weeding. You ain't got to pay for spraying the grass and chemical to spray and spray that. It's much easier, it's better, and it's faster. It's just a simple way to go for us to do our agriculture. I hope the government would invest a lot of money in that area so our farmers would jump on that idea and move with it.
All right.
Because that's the best way for us to do it. Can we put in cabbage, lettuce, whatever from St. Vincent? Doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. Secondly, my partner is that we have this program where we send people the cutlass on the cocoa and whatever. And I don't know if they have a program where they're doing the drains in the land also.
Yeah.
Because we speak about climate change and the sea level rise. Now, all the rain that fall in Grenada is just runoff. Just run to the sea. Just run to the sea. No drain in the land. Back in the days, my grandfather had so much drain in the land. Water was steady for weeks and settle in the land and just simmer in the land and just help the crops, help the trees. Now everybody, rain just fall whoosh down in the sea. So we need to put a segment of that program. I don't know if you have it. I could be corrected. Yeah. If you have it, well, good. But if you don't have it, the government need to put that program in place where you have a group digging drains in the farmer's land.
Well, not only the drains, maybe there's some way of some catchment area within the property that can also hold the water. I guess that's the direction you're trying to go with this.
Well, yeah, because look at that. Back in the days, when rain fall on our houses, the rain fall in our yard and it would simmer down in the soil. But now everybody have these nice, beautiful houses with all this guttering. So when the rain fall now, the guttering will go back to the road, and all the water that fall on the house go back to the road and flood the drains and flood the different areas. So all our water is just escaping down in the sea. We need to control our water and keep it.
There you go. Thank you so much, Colin.
Have a nice day, bro.
Thank you. Have a good one. 435-2041. 435-2041. That's a number. Let me go to the WhatsApp and see who's making a statement there, or even the Facebook comment section. While I entertain this call, I will look through. Caller, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Telesford. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Mr. Telesford, I just want to big up NDC this morning. Before election, we used to hear these young people, they don't love old people. But today I hear old people, as they say, receive something like $160-something thousand, Mr. Telesford. People who work this country, they work hard. Sometimes they're small, they get old, and they never touch that height of money one time. Yesterday, a lady cried. She cried tears of joy. So I want to big up these young people. Now I see that all you love the old people. The people have to bring the past government to court. Instead of they pay the money, they say they want to have a committee. What again? But hallelujah, God bless NDC and this young group of people that are looking for the interests of these people of this country. And Mr. Telesford, I'm happy this morning that the tourist boat didn't have to go on the other port. Otherwise, this country is losing so much money today. 2 days the port closed down. God knows for what. But have a good morning, my brother.
You too. Have a good one. 435-2041. 435-2041. And let's take a peek at the comment section of Facebook this morning before I grab another call. Let me see if there's anything that's relevant that I can throw out here this morning. And let me see. And this individual says they're making a call to the people of St. Patrick area to come out this weekend. That's to help clean out the canal and the drains in Mount Rodney. That's the coast area due to the breakwater project and the water backing up because of the blocked drains. People stop. Let me get that dropped a bit. People stop throwing plastic containers and garbage in the drains. All right, so that's a call. Folks, come out and help. It's a little bit of community work there. This weekend and in the Mount Rodney coastal area there. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning, welcome.
Good morning, GT.
Good morning, how are you?
I just would like to join with the other callers who called regarding Mr. Oliver Joseph's interview yesterday.
Yes.
It is so embarrassing and disgraceful for someone who has been in a party for 15 plus years to come on the national television station and telling the Grenadian public about the Christmas, how they would spend Christmas. It is so shameful. He needs to relax. He needs to take his time, sit down, get his facts together, and come to the Grenadian public and let them know the truth. It is just too much for these people. Grenadians need to open their eyes, their ears, and nose, and everything to see what is happening and to give kudos to the new government. They're only there 4 months, and And so much has been done already. There are so many activities taking place. We need to open our eyes. Grenadians, let us pray and continue to support the government so that they're going to continue to do what they are doing in the best interest of Grenada. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much. 435-2041. 435-2041. That's a number to be part of To The Point today. It's an open-line edition, which means you can call in, state your views and concerns via that particular number. Let's take a peek at the comment section once again. Let's go to the WhatsApp first inside of this segment and see if there's any information that is relevant to throw it on air. Nothing that is of relevance for now. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning. Welcome.
Yes, good morning. To that caller who spoke about controlling the water.
Yes.
I mean, he said it light, but that is a big, serious issue that people are not paying attention to.
I would agree.
For example, he spoke about fancy house with guttering. Well, it's not fancy house with guttering. To put the guttering is required now, yeah, by physical planning and so to put the guttering. When you put the guttering and the water pours down, if you are in the town, you cannot hook up the rainwater to Nawasa, what you call it, the sewage thing?
Sewage system, yes.
Right. You cannot hook up the rainwater to that. They're saying no rainwater, house water and, grey water that they're accepting. So, in Grenada, people do all kinds of things. A man would have one lot of land and then he just feel to sell a little piece. He sell a little piece. But the little piece might end up in the lower end of the land where his house is higher up. You understand where I'm going with that?
Get in your point.
Right. So I like the word controlling water. But what is there in place to control the water? Now, I remember discussing that with physical planning, and they said what they are trying to do now is to get people to put drains on the plan. Put a main drain on the plan.
That will control the runoff.
Right.
All right.
But until such time, water must find a way.
It will find a path, yes.
The water will be running any old place and making, enmity between good neighbors and all that, yeah? As he spoke again in the land, on the slopes and so. In the past, there was something called contour draining. You ever heard that?
I've heard of it.
Right. I don't know if they're still doing it, but contour was done. You have to kind of map it out in a specific way so that it will take the water. Not the water will just be running down the land. You understand? I am not a specialist in that area, but I just have a little.
But certainly, I understand where you're coming from, caller, in the contour draining. I think I have a bit of a knowledge of it in terms of what you're talking about. So I certainly know where you're going.
People at the Ministry of Agriculture used to do that. So there are all these things that we just talk about in a simple way. We should be taking them seriously to correct wrongs.
I agree. Thank you, caller. Thank you for your contribution this morning. It's 30 minutes after the hour. We drew for another break. Let's take it. We're coming back with more of your phone calls here on To The Point for today.
My granddaughter.
On the road with the NLA, live on Hot 98, Thursdays at 10 a.m. and on GBN Television, Thursdays at 8 p.m. Meet the players, the agents, learn more about the exciting games of the NLA and how it has been transforming lives across the country. Promotion runs until December 15th. Let's It's Mingle and Jingle.
You mean jingle and mingle, right?
Does it really matter? Mingle and Jingle, the mid-morning program that will drive the Christmas season. Weekdays from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on Classic Radio, GBN Television, and all GBN social media platforms.
It's where the deals of the season are, where the Christmas music is played, holiday traditions are relived, and where all the fun is.
Mingle and Jingle.
Or Jingle and Mingle. Mid-mornings from November 14th to December 23rd only on the GBN network.
Made possible by
Flow,
Wester Hall Rums,
Hard On Plus,
Judy Free Caribbean Holdings,
Ace Hardware,
Gittins Healthcare, and
Grenville Credit Union.
Welcome back to our listeners and viewers this morning. To the Point for today, Wednesday, the 16th, an open line edition of To the Point. Let's take some quick, comments have been made via the comment section of the Facebook this morning. And I'm seeing one is individual is saying, I'm calling on the union leaders to stop the disturbance they're trying to create on the port, because when they block the cruise ship from coming home, their country loses revenue and the vendors will be affected. So I'm calling the union leaders to stop. I don't think they're actually stopping the cruise ship from coming. I don't think that's the issue. I think there's a bit of an issue with that I heard. Someone was sent home, and I think the workers actually striked and stuff like that. And I guess that's the reason why there's a bit of a slowdown in terms of work taking place. But I don't think they actually stopped. The union actually stopped the cruise ships from coming. I don't think that's correct to say. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning. Welcome.
I would just be for a minute or so. I want to endorse
take a minute, take 1 minute.
The last caller, who's a former media colleague of mine, have said. I think it's very crucial what you have said in terms of people, the use of land, and also the water. I mean, I see so much problem in future, especially if you have a very serious weather system. Well, people will be affected, and the average person not seeing it based on their activity, how it would, impact or endanger the life of people. So, we need to really look at that more, and maybe with the trust, I think the government is in the process of maybe having consultation around the land use policy. That was enacted, that was passed by Cabinet last October, although it was done in secret. Maybe we need to relook. I mean, a lot of people get permission from the physical planning unit and then go and alter how they do things. And I mean, it's ridiculous. I support that, and I think that we need to really take
maybe there could be the option with physical planning, recheck it, especially with new developments, go back and have a recheck on it again and make sure that they are following the instruction that was given initially.
There will be harsh penalty when people go against the code. I mean, it's so much disorder in this place. So I really want to...
Caller, you know the happenings of Grenada, things are...
Yeah, but I really want to know, but there's something maybe that we could get away with even when it's wrong, but certain things cause too much danger to one another.
I understand.
And the issue of land use and the pack of water and all the kind of things. So I call to really endorse her. Thank you.
435-2041, 435. And I understand where the caller is going with his comment, but you know how things are done in Grenada. There are a lot of things are said, and when the strict implementation of it, that doesn't happen at all. It doesn't happen. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning. Welcome. Good morning to you, caller.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you?
I'm good. I just come on the program, so I don't know if that was...
It's an open line edition. It's an open line edition today, which means you
there's this place by Sweet Traditions. There's a lot of water there and stuff. I don't know if anybody spoke of that before, but it's not pleasing. So I want somebody to more or less look at it. And then the other thing, I am asking Grenadian public, please, to pray for Grenada. And I really didn't like what Mr. Oliver Joseph said, so I reject his statement in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you. 435-2041, 435-2041. Let's take a comment via WhatsApp this morning. And this individual is saying, good morning. I wonder what's the procedure for debushing. 3 to 4 workers will be clearing an area, approximately 10 foot, and there will be a day's work. I noticed that they do not cut overhanging branches either. Is it that this part of the road cutting... Can a supervisor respond? I'm trying to understand where that individual is going with the comment. I may have to decipher it a little bit more before I say anything on it. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning, welcome.
Yes, good morning, and how are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. I want to talk about the telecommunication industry.
Yes.
A lot of people are complaining about the services that we are getting. They did something where they bundle, they say, your telephone, your internet, everything on one whatever, and they put this online. And it's also with electricity, so anytime current goes anyway, and you don't have the service, you don't have phone, you don't have internet, you have nothing. So then current goes and everything goes. That's one problem. And then yesterday, no matter what, I use a digital phone, right? And I could not have gotten any line numbers from that phone. I called GBN number 4. I called all the GBN numbers. Couldn't get to it, just cutting off. I'm not sure if it's digital that is blocking the flow numbers, flow customers, or if it's flow that is blocking digital customers. But something is taking place in that industry that needs to be rectified because clients are at a disadvantage. Sometimes a whole day pass, you have no internet. It's really ridiculous, and I don't know which department of government is supposed to be looking at that, but it needs to be looked into because the country, the people, the clients are at disadvantage. And you don't get a refund when you don't have the service. You have to pay the full amount.
All right.
And I think something must be done about that.
Thank you, Kola. Thank you so much. 435-2041. 435-2041. We still have time for a couple more calls this morning. It's 20 minutes moving up before the top 10. We wrap the program up at 10 a.m. this morning. It's To The Point, an open line edition. You have the option of calling, sharing your views and concerns. What is a particular issue that is bothering you, or you just want to speak out about it, as most of the callers are doing this morning, certainly are welcome to do so. 435-2041. And taking a peek at the Facebook comment section this morning. Let me see if there's any comment that needs to be thrown out this morning, and I'm scrolling through most of it that I have read already, and most are just regular conversation individuals are making. So let's take a phone call. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Hi, good morning. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Okay, I'm going to call to say here that this morning that I always said that nobody comes to reign in this world forever. And even though past administration, they go, but at the end of the day is, you cannot tell me that can a man live in this world for forever? Someday he must go, and so?
I agree. Yes, nobody lives forever.
Right. So what I'm saying to people, based on the Bible principle, that people understand we are living in the last days. Things happen. Crime going ahead, most things are going ahead in this sense. Bible said in the last days, Christ shall come. So people don't understand out there. Things happen like this. They have to really check themselves and surrender their heart to God. Because everything happening like a twinkle of an eye. So I advise people out there, look to God, trust God. You have better eternity ahead of us. So let us not really hold back and sit and do it. We have to pray And we need to pray a lot, as the caller period says. We need to pray more effective.
All right. Thank you, caller. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. 435-2041, 435. Let's go back to the Facebook comment section. I would like to compliment the new administration for keeping their campaign promise and on paying the pension from yesterday, as we have learned that over 40 million was paid out to public servants, which is great for the country, because when people have money, they tend to spend it back into the economy. That will help to create more job opportunities for citizens. Let's take another caller. Good morning to you. How are you? Good morning.
Mr. Tillers, I'm sorry for having to come back, but
yes.
I just didn't want to take too much time.
Be short, please.
I didn't want to take too much time in what I was saying, but I want to support your last caller and one before. We are really living in the latter days, and the Bible is just being opened before us in the world. And people need now to give their lives to Christ. We're not going to live. It's true, nobody lives forever. You will die. And so people have gotten themselves so entangled with materialism that they don't think about God. But if Grenada do not turn to God, God is going to punish us, penalize us, do something to us to make us look to Him. Because it's only when trouble comes, we know God when trouble comes. Right. But when everything is fine, we forget God. Grenadians repent, ask God for forgiveness, mercy, and grace, and live for God. Pray and ask God for mercy.
Thank you so much, caller. Thank you so much. 435-2041. Open line edition to the point for today, folks. Your option to calling and share your views and concern. I started off this morning by saying, about the wave of crime we've been seeing happening in the last couple of weeks here in Grenada has gotten to a point where it's become a bit worrisome. Yeah, gotten a bit worrisome. Every other day there's something major happening, and it's becoming very, very, very worrisome. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning. Welcome. How are you?
Yeah, good morning. I'm just calling. Have an issue with flu. They give me a thing they call the bungle, where I have to pay $245 a month. Last month, when I go to pay, they tell me I have to pay $500 and something dollars. I know the reason why I have to pay the $500.
Well, were you owing for more than a month?
No. I pay my bill every month.
Yeah.
When I go to they tell me, they send me on a test. When I go there, the woman tell me they have to rectify it. You take 7 working days. 7 working days pass, and I go back to pay the next time. The same thing they're telling me. So I say, I'll tell me go take 7 working days, they can walk on, then they come and change my internet box and the cable box and the telephone. They put everything in one. So the bungle they give me, I have to pay $245 a month. And I used to pay it, but since they come and change the cable box, I've been that issue where they're telling me I have to pay $500 a month. Whether in all right, I'm
not sure. Well, I only suggested maybe it's maybe the time factor in which you paid another month is added onto it. I'm just assuming. Maybe I could be wrong, but that could be the reason why. But if you went into them and they offer you some way of clarifying it, I hope they will get back to you and have that clarified sooner or later.
Okay.
All right, man. 435-2041, 435-2041 to the point for today, Wednesday, the 16th November, here on GBN TV and K105 Radio. We drew for a break. Let's take a break. We have final one in this segment. When we come back, we roll into the final segment of To the Point for today. We're coming right back. Don't touch it out.
Mention the wing high, then you have things like man, you must come back, We have the low folder.
When you push your push up, it is kind of like the same man, and it's just different name for the same kind of thing.
And last but not least, I just want to say to all the men who saw me, call me, and ask for a piece of cake. I'm baking this weekend.
Join us Fridays at 8 on GBN Television, K105 FM, GBN's Facebook page, and YouTube channel for We Culture.
Looking for that injection of vibes and energy, of course? Well, I've got just that. Hi, my name is Gary Mr. Smooth, and I'm inviting you to join me on the Hot Morning Show on Hot 98.5, 98.7 FM. Weekdays, Monday to Friday, 6 to 10 in the morning. I've got a healthy dose of your favorite and most infectious hits sampled with information, news, laughter, and all the other ingredients that go into making the hottest morning show on the radio. The Morning Heat. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit us up on WhatsApp, 435-7517. We've got topics, we've got discussions, calls, voice notes, and so much more. But I can't tell you everything. You gotta tune in. The Hot Morning Show on Hot FM 98.5, 98.7 with yours truly, Gary Mr. Smooth. Kaboom!
Welcome back. It's our final segment of To The Point for today. 12 minutes moving up before the top of the hour. We take another phone call. Let's go over and say good morning to the caller. Caller, good morning, welcome.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Okay. Lady, give her... Hello?
Good morning, caller. Go right ahead.
Yes. Lady give a nice contribution. She always do. But I know she was an old announcer, but her name just slipped my head. You know, always, like when she speak.
All right.
I could just get her name.
I am not sure who you're alluding to, caller, but I'm not sure.
The breakwater or something.
I'm not too sure, caller. All right. Have a good morning. All right. 435-2041. 435-2041. That's the number you can use to be part of To The Point. Let's go to the comment section, see what we do have to throw out from the comment section of the Facebook this morning. And we see Alison is saying the politicians say that they are working for Grenadian people. If that is the case, why the opposition members some come on TV and feed the people with a lot of negative about the same government? That's a comment being made there by someone on the Facebook comment section. Let's go back to the phone line. Good morning. Would you have to lower your radio, please? And I did mention that if I'm getting that serious feedback from anyone, I may have to cut you off. All right, make sure that your radio or whatever device that you have in the background, make sure that it's lowered or turned off completely when you want to call. Please do so. Good morning to you, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
As far as I'm concerned, why we have so much thieves in Grenada and other parts of the world is how the parents grow up the children. What the children see happening in the house, or what the father or the mother or whoever the parents is, whether mother or father, they copy it, and they would think it is a good thing to steal. In fact, many people don't believe what other people tell them when they start telling them the children does do this. In fact, I have known of a parent who told his children whenever he goes to school and somebody eat him, ram something in the belly and thing. And as far as I'm concerned, the children grow up with that. And they're interested in fighting, that's the interest. Because they do not get good example. So why we have all this problem is some parents, they are not parents, they're not supposed to be parents.
So are you saying typically so that parents are responsible for what their children do?
And this is what I find so strange.
He's not listening to me.
We're blaming other people. Some people blame other people for what their children are doing. And they say somebody do them or somebody do. And the children have to continue to do it. All this fighting, you see people fight. And they compete with each other, maybe in their social life, by wearing the best thing, or doing the best, or want the best food, or even compete with the people who go and buy paper plate. So they want paper plate too, so they have to steal to get paper plate. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. I tend to say don't agree with you, and I don't think that children do because or do what because they see their parents do. And, I don't think 99% of the time a parent will teach their children to do wrong. You understand? Most time youngsters do get to a certain point in their life where they make their own decisions, contrary to what their parents did. You understand? So, I mean, I'm not totally in agreement with that at all. Good morning to you, caller. Welcome. Caller, you have to lower your radio, please. Caller, lower your radio or whatever device you have in the background. Once I get that feedback, I will not entertain the phone call. All right? 435-2041. 435-2041. That's the number to be part of To The Point. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning and welcome. Good morning to you, caller. Guess that caller does not want to go live. Just around 7 minutes before we get to the top. Don't forget Jingle and the Mingle comes up at the top of the hour this morning. Be part of that, folks. Great opportunities for you to be part of the program. Kicks off from around 10 a.m. this morning, just directly after To The Point here on K105 and GBN TV. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning, welcome. Are we having someone who was playing around this morning with the phone line? And I think I have a view of your number. If that happens again, it may be a no-no for you next time around. All right, 435-2041. That's the number to be part of To The Point for today. I'll try it for the final time. Good morning to you, caller. Welcome.
Good morning. My phone giving trouble, so sorry about that.
Go right ahead.
Some parents does encourage children in wrong, because in my area, you have children touching, going in people thing and going home with it, and the parents ain't giving no satisfaction. So that is why some young people are touching, because most parents don't give satisfaction and they see the children doing wrong and they're not correcting them. When you tell them, they get in vexed and want to keep your enemy, and that is wrong. Parents must lead by example.
All right, thank you. 435-2041, 435-2041. That's the number to be part of To The Point. Let's go back to the phone line, take another caller. Caller, good morning, welcome.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
I'm just calling today. I think the lady was referring to Miss Josephine Maguire. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. 435-2041. 6 minutes moving out before the top of the hour this morning. Forgive me if I'm cracking up just a little bit this morning. Sometimes you read the comments and it just cracks you up just a wee bit. 435-2041. That's the number. My bad for not getting the phone off the hook there. Let's take another caller. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Yes, sir. I have to forgive you because you are a perfect parent. Do you think you have perfect parents also?
Caller, you want to get into an argument that is senseless on my point this morning. I would not entertain that. 435-2041. 435-2041. That's a number to be part of To The Point this morning. All right, folks, we all adults, and sometimes rubbish I will not entertain it for a long, lengthy period of time. Let's go back to the phone line. Good morning to you, caller.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah. Just an observation, something that comes to my mind. We have, government has quite a bit of a few projects going on around Grenada. For instance, the Molyneux project. Something that's crossed my mind. Thing that they have at the moment, as you can see, we have a current company.
Caller, just 1 second, please. For some reason or the other, I'm not sure what device you're using, but you're not coming across clearly at all. I'm not sure if you are far away from the phone or it's too close to your mouth or the sort, but
okay. Is that better?
100%. Go right ahead.
Okay. Right. As I was saying, what happens, we have a lot of projects, projects going on, a great sum of money in the millions. Let's say the Molyneux project. Do the government have any expertise, technical expertise, alongside with the foreign contractors that overseeing the project as it goes on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis? And if, let's say, every month or every 3 months, that representative of government could come on the radio or TV and explain to the citizens of Grenada, because remember, it could be taxpayers' money that is paying for it, just so that we have a close and a good idea as to how far the project going, what amount of money was spent. You don't have to go into detailed, straight of all the details to say one-to-one, but at least at the end of the project, the Grenadian people will be proud and feel good to know that the taxpayers' money were well spent based on the projects that went on. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
So I've been listening to you for a bit, but because of the quality of your audio, it's very, very difficult to get everything that you're saying. So maybe we could try that caller next time when the circumstances is better. All right?
Okay, no
Thank
problem.
you, sir. There seems to be a problem with your phone line in terms of the quality of the audio that is coming across. 435-2041. We probably could entertain one more caller and take a wrap for today's show. Let's go back to the phone line, take our final caller for this morning. Caller, good morning, welcome. Good morning to you, caller.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Is it the open line this morning?
It is.
Okay, I just have a couple quick points to raise, very short. I'm talking about the cost of living in Grenada.
Yes.
And they actually, the freight, they brought back the freight to 2019. But yet for all, from then to now, I've been monitoring the prices in the supermarket, and basic items are not going down. And as one of the supermarket owners say, that's Mr. Lalsin, he said out of our customers to actually see benefit, they need to actually zero rate some of the basic items like sugar, rice, flour, and if they do it today, tomorrow customers will actually see a benefit. Right now, freight is only benefiting the big businesses and is not trickling down to the poor man. I mean, I went and buy a lunch in St. George's yesterday, and I'm stunned. The guy tell me a large lunch was $27 and a small lunch is $15. I mean, this is craziness, man. You understand? I mean, the government, I mean, they really need to rethink that.
All right.
Really need to rethink that. And next thing, they have a grant which you have for $30,000, okay, which you have to apply, and they tell you have to be registered, you have to have references. No, I was listening to a program in St. Lucia, and the government approached small businesses and actually helped them to expand. Asked them what they want and actually gave them money and helped them to expand. So they didn't have to apply and wait for approval. I mean, if you really want to help people who are doing agro-industry, you know who are the people who have small business. You don't have to go and beg the government for money. The government should come to the communities, see who are small businesses, and actually directly invest in them to expand their business and provide, I mean, technical knowledge and training. You understand? I believe they're going about this thing the wrong way, you know. I mean, some people will get left by the wayside, you know, really businesses who could actually benefit. I mean, come on, man.
All right, Gola. Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. We're going to take a wrap for today's program. All right. Hey, folks, that's what we take a wrap for today's program. Thanks to all who have contributed some way or the other, whether it's by for your phone call, your comments via the Facebook or the WhatsApp. Thank you so much for being part of To The Point for today. Join us again for another edition. That will be tomorrow, once the Almighty permits. Have yourself a great day, folks. Have a good one. This is where I say goodbye for To The Point for today.